This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
If 12-year-old me back in the day would ever imagine that I would ever own 1,000 games or buy 1,000 games, oh man, I'm gonna need a moment.
Hello humans, and thank you for joining me in another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, smash the like button. Now, let's get ready for the show. On today's episode,
Hello humans, and welcome to another very special episode of Gen X Gamer. Wow, over 1,100 games. It's just nuts, right? It is just nuts. The amount of games this is. But you know what, guys? I'm gonna have to do this in parts. I mean, there's no way I can fit everything into one video. It would be just insane. So I'm gonna start by describing you how I obtained all these games, right? And I'll break it down into what I'm gonna do with them, the type of games I had, go over my collections, what had happened, stuff like that. But you know me, I'm always on Craigslist, and I had been probably not buying a lot of things from Craigslist just because I've been taking care of some other things, and I've been really busy at work and a bunch of other things. But anyway, you know, I'm always checking it out, always scoping it out. So I'm sitting there at work, and about 11 o'clock, or what was it? No, probably I want to say about 10:15 or something, 10:45. Whenever my break is, I think it's 10:45. You know, I'm just sitting there, and I decide to go on Craigslist. You know, I'm drinking my coffee. I go on there, and I see 1,100 games for sale. Here's the kicker: for $100. I had to do a double take. I was like, what? That doesn't even make sense. That's like 90 cents a game or something, right? And I'm like, no way, right? So of course with anything else, whenever you buy these big lots, you know, you don't know what you're gonna get, right? And specifically said, no sorting, you have to take it as is. It's sitting on top of a container. I'm gonna throw the picture up here, and I'll put a few pictures up of what I bought. So I'm like, you know, so I called the guy and I said, hey, you know, do you still have the games? You know, it just been posted earlier that day, and he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And but it said no reserve, right? It said no reserve. I'm not holding them for anybody. You need to come and pick them up now. My problem is I don't get out of work until 4 o'clock, number one. Number two is I'm 45 minutes away. So I'm really going to be there like by, you know, 5 o'clock or something, right? But when I look further down, it's a shop that I had been to before. I've actually bought games from this game shop, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, I know exactly where this is, you know? And I told them, you know, I've been to your shop before, you know, so you don't need to give me directions. I know exactly where it's at, but just give me time, right? And the guy's like, okay. So I'm like, you know, because a lot of times it's happened to me. It happened to me with a Vita one time, where I found this great deal on a Vita, and the guy just wanted the money right away, so he sold it, you know, before I was able to get out of work. Anyway, so the guy actually waited for me, and I get there, dudes, humans, man, and it was just nuts. First of all, I had no concept of what 1,000 games look like. I went by the picture, the picture that you see here. Let me see if I can bring it up. Let me go this way. And that didn't look like much. It looked like it would fit in the backseat of my car. Why I thought that, don't ask me. Probably because I was at work and I was busy, right? And as soon as the guy told me yes, then the rest of the day became longer because now I have to get out. I have to get out there, you know, and I'm just watching the clock, you know, trying to get stuff done, trying to keep busy, keep my mind busy. So I get out there and I pick up all this stuff. And look, there's a lot of stuff, okay? And that's not even, I have some other games that are just this year. I have some PlayStation 1, some PSP videos and movies, some regular Nintendo, some Super Nintendo, which just a little bit of few. But anyway, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I get there, guys. It took me 2 hours to load this into my car because the guy didn't want to give me the crates that it came in. He's like, for $100, I'm not giving you any crates, and I'm not giving him 1 cent over $100, right? So he's like, okay, you can take them, but he's gonna keep the crates. So I'm like, all right. So I go in my car, dudes. The whole trunk is filled. The whole back seat is filled. Now I'm starting to get worried, right? Because stuff is toppling over, and I had to go to the front seat. So all these games all together was my whole trunk, the whole back seat, and half the passenger side. That's how many games it was when it was all said and done. Anyway, guys, that was just part A. Part B is unloading it, right? And where the heck am I gonna put it? You guys know my situation over here. I have like 3 feet by 6 feet to sleep now, right? As I'm sorting this stuff out. And I was doing it last night because obviously I couldn't do it during the work week because I have to get up really early. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is daunting, right? I didn't go to sleep yesterday till very late, sorting these out in some sort of manner, right? And let me tell you guys, is it the best thing? Are there, hidden gems and super expensive games? No. But my thought process, and if you guys ever run into this situation, your thought process should be, what do I need to break even, right? In 1,000 games, it makes it very easy for me to find 20 games that are worth $5 that I would buy, right? Would I buy these 20 games for $5? Or would I buy these 40 games for $2.50, which would be more what I would do, right? And the generations of these games range. There's some PS3s, guys. Listen to that wind. It's windy out here in Los Gatos, California. Range of these games we have from the Wii to the GameCube to Xbox 360, the original Xbox, PlayStation 2, which I'm really glad about. There's also PlayStation 1. There's a lot of computer games. There's the Super Nintendo, the NES, and the PSP. So, quite a little bit of everything, And it was just, wow, it was such hard work to do it, guys. But I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to sort these games out right now. Right now, I just sort them into piles. They're not in alphabetical order. They're not in any order whatsoever. I need to sort out the duplicates, the ones I am, plan to trade and do other things with, because in my second video, I want to show you how something this big, right, could actually be at the end even lesser a price. How can it be less than less than $100 for 1,100 games? Well, I'm going to show you on the next one, but I can't make this video any longer because I really have to get to doing this stuff. I'm going to use all my Saturday to sort this out the best way I can, keep the things I want, shove away the things I don't, and try to do the best that I can, guys. But this is just nuts. This is just crazy, crazy, crazy. In my lifetime, I never thought, and I'm telling you, it brings a little tear to my eye, thinking that 12-year-old me or 14-year-old me would ever think, you would have this many games. Now I can really say that my game collection overall, safely, is over 1,000 games. You know, easy. I don't even have to think about it. How many exactly? God, you know what? I don't want to count. I don't want to do the database. But man, it has been an adventure, and I'm really, really glad I got this find, and I'm going to show you why as I start breaking these down, and I show you what I got for each particular system, and you know how I can take advantage of some of the opportunities that a lot like this presents, right? Alright guys, that's the video for today. I am overwhelmed. Please have patience. I'll try to get through this. If I can make another one pretty soon, I will. But first and foremost, I gotta get this stuff put away. Alright guys, don't be afraid to be happy. Keep looking for those Craigslist specials out there, baby. And do what you do. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.